Good morning, working people of America. I am honored and thrilled to be here with you. Just to start out, maybe give you a little bit more background than she is a senator who works for North Dakota. I'm a senator who came from working people. My dad was a truck driver and my mom was a school cook. We worked our way through high school, we worked our way through college, and we know every day the struggles of middle-class families. Every day the struggles of making sure that you have the next job. You know, it was interesting because North Dakota has had record low unemployment. You probably know this. And a colleague came up to me and said, you know, we've got this extension of the unemployment bill, and we're wondering if you'd sign on, but it probably isn't relevant to North Dakota. And I said, you don't know me very well. I said, my dad was laid off from road construction because you don't do it in January in North Dakota. And so every year, my family prayed for a late fall and an early spring because we knew what it was to wonder if your unemployment was going to take you through the end of the year, if your unemployment was going to give you enough so that you could buy Christmas presents. These are lessons you can't unlearn. These are lessons that you carry with you. Now, ironically, in this country, we have a failing infrastructure. We have a failing infrastructure, and today the Department of Energy released their quadrennial energy review, and Secretary Moniz was enlightened enough to really have that review be about transportation of energy, infrastructure, pipelines, power lines, making sure that the tank cars on the railroads work, that we have enough capacity on the railroads to move energy, that we have enough capacity in the pipes. And what they concluded is that our energy, not just our surface transportation, but our energy transportation infrastructure is going to fail. And it's going to fail in catastrophic ways if we don't fix it. So tell me how it works when you have a desperate need, whether it's in surface education, where our infrastructure is failing at record amounts, or whether it's in our energy infrastructure, and you have a group of people who want to work, and you have record low interest rates, that we can't marry those together and rebuild America with your help. Rebuild America. It all comes down to political courage, doesn't it? It all comes down to whether you're willing to step up and say, guess what, these things don't happen independently. And when Ike built the interstate system with your help, and we've been able to improve our infrastructure over the years with your help, when we've been able to make sure that the lights turn on with your help and your labor and your work, when we've been able to do that, we're a better country. We're a greater country. And we have to find the political courage not to do temporary fixes, not to do small things, because small things create uncertainty. For the first time in North Dakota, because we haven't passed a surface transportation bill that works, that is certain, for the first time in North Dakota to cancel the bid letting. Pretty amazing, isn't it? A state that is in desperate need of infrastructure, surface transportation. And we canceled the bid letting because Washington's not doing its job for the American people or the American workers. And we need to figure this out, and we need to be staunch advocates. We need to talk about this every day, and we need your help. We need your help to build out the political grassroots that's going to force the right decisions in Washington, D.C., force the right attitudes in Washington, D.C. It is not time to be humble. People ask me all the time, you know, you think term limits would help? And I say no. I think only electing terminally ill people would help. If you think about it, when you're thinking about the end of your life, you're thinking about legacy, you're thinking about the things that ought to be done for the country that actually make a difference, and things that you know are sustainable long after you're gone. What is more important than infrastructure? I didn't intend to come here and talk just about Keystone XL pipeline, but it is symbolic in my mind. You know, I have colleagues on the right who say it's the best jobs program in America. Well, will it create a lot of jobs? Yes. Construction jobs that are real jobs. They're real jobs, construction jobs. So it will create construction jobs that are real jobs, that are good jobs, that are union jobs. But it's not the whole answer to our lays that we have in this economy. On the other side, we're here that it's all about the cause, that it's Armageddon if you do this. You know what I tell people? You know, it's not the only jobs program in America, and it's not Armageddon for the environment. You know what Keystone XL pipeline is? I say it's a pipeline. We build them every day. We build them every day, and we're not building enough, and we're not modernizing the pipeline system that we have. And so we have got to get into a space where we can be real about what's happening in America, real about our infrastructure, real about our need to get people back to work. And so I want you to know, as I'm wrapping up here, that you have no better friend for infrastructure, no better friend for jobs and creating jobs and talking about jobs and being out there talking about what we do every day to make sure people are safe on the road, to make sure when we turn on a light switch, the electricity comes on, to make sure that when the gas line comes to our house, it's not going to explode. That's what you do every day. And you deserve the representation, and you deserve the advocacy, and I will be there with you. I will be there advocating with you because the stakes are too high and the cause too important. I want to thank you all for the people you represent, for the people who, I always think it's interesting, when you see the ads, they always have the guys in the hard hats or the women's in the hard hats, and they're working, you know, on a rig, or they're, you know, and I think if they only loved them that much when they said public policy as opposed to when they actually ran a political ad, right? If they only loved them that much. And so we're going to work hard, we're going to work smart, and we're going to not let anyone use the word temporary when it comes to jobs and construction. Thank you so much.